You guys wouldn't have any video game stuff, would you?
Hey, what's up? You want to sell your Xbox?
Okay. You couldn't find any PlayStation stuff?
No, I mean the PlayStation in the house. Yeah.
Was this a free box here?
Well, actually, I don't even know what's on it.
Oh, well, I just found a cord I might want to use.
Okay. You can have that.
Oh, okay. Thanks. You have any old video game stuff?
I don't. Never been a gamer.
Never, nothing like that. Okay.
No. Anything that goes gamer goes to either the son-in-law or
What are you looking for?
You know, stuff I grew up on: old Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation.
You know, we got that. I think the only thing I have left is that Wii.
Oh yeah, Wii. Yeah.
That I got from you. Remember when we went down and got that?
Huh?
It was in Dad's room. I had to lift stuff to get it out of the entertainment center.
Okay, cool. Yeah, this is kind
I
of
never
nice.
knew we had it. Where'd you get it from? What's new?
Remember we went in that friend. I wrote you Jeffy.
Actually, there's games in there.
Remember we went down there and met them for lunch?
Yeah?
What would you want for it?
How about $20? This one. That's what I paid for it.
Yeah, I got 20. Cool. All right, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
What's the story on the autographs here? Are they real or?
They are real. I don't have any authentic papers on them, but my husband physically got them all from those people.
Wow.
So, I mean, they're legit without being.
Surprised he's letting them go then.
You might not know about it.
Could I offer you $60 for the whole box?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Welcome back to Garage Sailing Brothers.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I'm Brother Phil.
I'm Brother Andy.
This is not game related, but I wanted to show this because I might need some help from you. I don't know if we have any baseball fans out there, but I obviously, as you can see, I ended up with a whole bunch of autographed baseballs from this lady who said her husband got them from all the players personally, and he didn't even know she was selling them. So I got the whole box for $60. I'll overlay some footage of this. I recognize a few of them. Ken Griffey Jr. I'm probably keeping that one. This one's Alex Rodriguez. There's some other ones in here. Phil Rizzuto, I recognize that. There's a Tony La Russa.
I don't know. Anybody,
Anyway,
I
don't want to dwell on this too much. It's not game related, but I'm a huge baseball fan.
That's kind of cool.
And to come across this for $60, if I can get them authenticated, it could be worth a whole lot more than $60. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I was at this garage sale, asked about video games. She looks to her son, I guess. She says, do you want to sell your Xbox? So he brings out Xbox One games, which I have no interest in. I don't even own an Xbox One. They're all Titanfall and Call of Duty and whatnot. They're all worthless.
Games that the value goes like this
Yeah.
the day after the day it comes out.
Yeah.
They just
like that. He mentioned PlayStation. I tried to get him to bring out PlayStation. He didn't know where they were, and I looked at his Xbox games, and I thought, you know, what kind of PlayStation games are we talking about here?
Yeah.
I didn't bother, but I found this cord in a box, and I said, is this a free box? And he said, I don't know. And then he said, you can just have this. It's a PS3 power cord, which I need. I have a first-gen PS3, and I'm in need of a power cord. So, I mean, what are the chances? I'm just staring at a box.
Yeah.
PS3 power cord, so that was pretty cool. And the guy with that Xbox reeked of marijuana. Look, you want to smoke pot? I don't care. I care less if you smoke pot.
It's legal in this state.
Just know
so...
you stink so bad. It smells like a dead skunk got run over by a garbage turd.
What's a garbage?
I don't know. It's so bad. As you can see in the footage, I got this Wii bundle for $20. Mario Kart Wii, New Super Mario Brothers, Wii Sports is in there. I don't know, a couple of other games. I asked him about video games. He said no, and his wife's like, well, we have a Wii. That happens more times than I can count. All the cords and controllers are there. So $20, you could do a lot worse than $20 for this.
We've talked about this a million times, but like when you ask for video games and they immediately are like, no, we're not gamers, no. And then it turns out they did have video games. Like, I want to know what's going on in their minds when they say no.
I don't think there's a whole lot going on.
What do they think you're asking?
I apologize for my lack of footage. I think I just need to get a new spy glasses thing. I don't know. I keep thinking it's on and it's not on. It's really frustrating. I was at this sale. I asked him if he had video games. He said, "Sure, follow me." And he walked inside, which is really weird. Anyway, I walked inside. He had a whole bunch of Xbox games, and he didn't even know what he wanted. So I pulled out 10 games, and I said, "How about $10?" He said, "Sure." Godzilla, that's a good game right there.
That's a nice find.
That's a nice find. That's probably about a $25 game. SpongeBob SquarePants. I wouldn't have picked this up normally, but thanks to my boy Tatted Collector, who told me in a previous video.
Oh, yeah.
This game actually has some value, and
nice.
I ended up selling one without a manual for $11 or something, and it just sold instantly.
Nice.
So yeah, that SpongeBob SquarePants is a good game. The rest of these games aren't anything to write home about. I got Star Wars Battlefront. I don't know. SSX. A lot of people really like SXX. I've never played it before. I don't know.
I never played them.
A few other games. Nothing great. $10. Alright, again, no footage of this. They had a little pile of games, and they wanted like $3 a game. So I got 8 games here. I took them, and I said, "How about $10? And she really hummed. A lot of people get disappointed when you lowball them like that, and it's almost like,
dude, it's their fault for highballing you.
But then they agree to it. I'm like, all right. Yeah. Well, so I mean, I grabbed all the games. I didn't really intend to get, Nintendogs.
Can I see this for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
all right.
There it is.
Tales of Zestiria on the PS3. I've been wanting this game. That's pretty cool.
By the way, Nintendogs, you can look at the sales figures for this. It's one of the best-selling video games of all time, period.
Who bought Nintendogs?
Tens of millions of copies of that dumb game was sold.
Beyond Two Souls in this cool metallic case. I don't know, that's pretty cool. Fable on the Xbox. Rainbow Six Vegas 2. Rock Band 3. This is a pretty sought after Rock Band. Again, I grabbed all the games.
Clearly.
Devil May Cry. I don't own this. I've heard good things about it, so I'm looking forward to playing that. Ace Combat 6. People love these Ace Combat games. High School. Gone.
Who bought these games? If you ever bought High School Musical 3 at retail, dude,
stop video gaming.
You should just do something else with your life.
Yeah, do something else with it.
Come on.
So I asked this other guy about video games, and he says, "Yeah, in that box right there." And I didn't even see it. I looked down. There's a red Wii. This flap here is loose, obviously. The only game was new Mario Brothers Wii. There's no Wii remote, but there is this sleeve thing here. There's a nunchuck and a DS power cord. Go figure. Soundtrack to Mario Galaxy. A really strange mix of stuff. I asked him what he wanted. He said 10. I said, "How about 5?" He said, "Sure." So $5 for a red Wii. These red Wiis actually go for a lot more than the white ones. So
yeah, they're hard to find.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, this alone, GameStop will give me $5 for. So
at least.
Yeah. I don't really know what you can see on the table right now, but everything else was one sale. So here's the story. I walk up to this garage sale. I'm going right down the driveway, and I'm seeing this card table, and it's just got piles of video games on it. And 2 balance boards. Dude. A whole bunch of steering wheels.
Do these burn? Are these flammable?
Let's find out.
Can we set them on fire?
And I see these. I mean, I don't know. Star Wars something or other. I mean, Mega Man 8 on the PlayStation.
Nice.
We got a Spyro game. Stuart Little. I don't know. Pokemon Black in a Pokemon Diamond box. I don't know. They had a price sticker of $10 on it. Pokemon Heart Gold. This is a really good one. That's probably worth $50. It's one of the most expensive Pokemon games out there. Pokemon White. We've got Scribblenauts. Another copy of Nintendogs. A couple other
crappy games.
Whatever games. And these were individually priced. And then she had all this PlayStation stuff, including a PS2 Slim. All these PS2 games. And hold on a second here. Get rid of some of them. Just do some house cleaning. We'll keep Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, both Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
nice.
Do some more house cleaning. Okay, I'm gonna keep doing this, but as she wanted $40 for all the PlayStation stuff, including the system, and then she wanted $40 for all of the Wii games, and I'll show you those in a second, and the balance boards and guitars and everything, and this sucker. These are really cool. They're just a great way to display your Wii games. I've got one back there that I keep all my Wii U stuff in.
Yeah.
So these are pretty cool. I mean, it's a Wii brand. It's a Nintendo brand thing for your guitar here. It's kind of cool. I don't know. So I'm standing there, and I thought, well, I need to renegotiate this a little bit. So I piled up everything, including all the Pokemon stuff. And I said, how about I take everything and I give you $80? Which essentially would have meant that this pile was free, right? Because she wanted 40 for the Wii stuff, 40 for the PS2 stuff. She starts humming and hawing. She's like, well, I looked up the Pokemon games. Some of them are worth $30. Okay, I mean, I'm not going to argue with that. Well, I am. But, I mean, she had $3 marked on Pokemon Heart and Gold. So she didn't do a very good job.
That's the most valuable game to watch.
She didn't do a very good job of looking this up. And as I'm talking to her and I threw out $80, I could see out of the corner of my eye this guy walking down the driveway. And I'm telling you, he fit the profile for a game.
Shark Attack!
Wow!
Dun-dun-dun.
I start panicking. I'm in a full panic.
Dun-dun-dun.
This guy's coming down the driveway, really
He
dumb.
smells
He
blood.
looks like the Simpsons comic book store guy. He looks exactly like him. He comes down the driveway. He stops, and I could see he stopped at a table and he starts going through some random stuff. And I could tell he wasn't interested in that stuff. He paused. And whoever this guy is, he did it right. I mean, I feel a little bad for him, but he didn't interrupt the transaction, which I was grateful for.
Yeah.
But I could see him there, and I was like, oh, crap, I got to get this deal done. She kept hesitating on 80, and I said, how about 90? Would that make you comfortable? And the moment she said okay, I basically threw $90 in cash into her lap. I was in such a giant hurry. So I got everything here for $90. I'll show you some of the Wii games if you want to maybe put those aside. Here's the Wii system. I gave her the money, and obviously it's too much for me to take to my car at once.
Oh.
Yeah. So I grabbed like 2 boxes, and I said, okay, I'll be right back. And I left. And of course, the table is still full of video games. Well, comic book guy comes running to that table, starts asking her how much for this, how much for that, and I could hear her say, I see, she pointed at me, and I could hear her say, he bought all of it. And he just went, ah. And then he walks back to his car like this, and then his car was parked right next to mine, and I'm putting my stuff in my trunk, and I could see him get in his car. His girlfriend or wife was driving, and he's just sitting there, and I could hear him telling the story, and he was just like, oh, I missed out on all this stuff. I felt bad for the guy, but it's like, man, 30 seconds earlier, and I would have been that guy.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, and then there's some handheld stuff. Pokemon Sapphire was in there. I don't know what that is. Sonic Rush. I don't know. Here's a decent one. Dragon Ball Z something something. I don't know. These Dragon Ball games are always somewhat valuable.
Some of them are.
Yeah.
The Budokai Tenkaichi ones have some good value.
There's this game. It's unpronounceable. Nobody can pronounce
Bakugan?
it. Yeah, I think so. Bakugan.
That's not worth it.
TMNT. And a mystery game. Someone tore the sticker off. I put it in my DS, and it is Super Mario 64 for the DS. Which, just in terms of value, I mean, it's pretty good.
You could do worse.
GameStop pays, I think, $18. I don't know what they'll give me with the sticker removed. Anyway, PS2 Slim, 2 controllers, all the cords are there. And here are the Wii games. There is one bummer in this, which is not in there. So Smash Brothers Brawl is empty. So that's the only bummer. Every other game is just like, why couldn't Wii Ski be empty? Why did it have to be Smash Brothers? I don't know.
It's always a good game that has a missing disc.
I don't know. We got Wii Sports, Wii Fit, some Indiana Jones crap. Again, I didn't want all these games, but with comic book guy right behind me,
you gotta close the deal.
I had to close the deal. I said, give me everything and take my money. So I don't know. We got a Star Wars game.
Force Unleashed was actually pretty.
I have no idea. Dragon Ball Z, Budokai, whatever that is.
That is a nice find.
Yeah, in terms of Wii games, it doesn't get much more valuable than this. Unfortunately, it is missing a bonus disc.
Ooh.
I don't know what the bonus disc has on it. It's not a game disc. So it's probably not worth quite as much as it normally is, obviously. But
it's still a pretty good find.
Still, I mean, for Wii, you don't find Wii games that are that valuable. There's Mario Kart, there's some more crap. Here's another first-party game, Mario Strikers.
Dude, Madden?
More crap. Mario and Sonic I don't know, does anybody play these games? More garbage, M&M's. So, that was my day. Found a lot of stuff, but I got some shovelware. I think I spent $135 or something like that.
Alright.
Quite a lot of stuff, so I'm pretty happy.
Cool.
Alright, let's see what Brother Andy found.
Let's see what Brother Andy found.
Again, no footage, right?
I apologize for no footage. I don't have a good excuse. My only decent find was in a very dark garage, and the lighting was poor. And I've got my spy glasses are sunglasses, and I just can't really wear sunglasses in a dark garage.
Real quick, you and I are both having issues with our spy glasses and stuff. Like, I don't know. Some people, let us know in the comments. What do you guys use if you record like this?
I can't do this thing where I hold a phone with one hand.
I'm not doing it.
And like CJR, where he goes around, he opens all the cases one-handed, which I know he's pretty good at it, but dude, I can't do that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. What am I going to do? Wear a GoPro on my chest? I mean, I don't know. What do people do? Tell us.
I don't know. What do you guys do?
Because we want to get better footage.
Yeah,
people like to see that stuff. Anyway, what'd you find here?
These were all different sales, and I just kept finding Xbox
4 different sales.
4 different sales. This is a wired 360 controller.
Wired 360, nice.
Yeah, pretty good find there. Couple of wireless. They're all really good condition, which is nice.
All battery covers are there?
Yeah, all battery covers are there. And then this is OG Xbox, so with the breakaway cable or whatever. I don't know. Everything's in really good shape. They're $1 a piece. Can't complain about that.
No. At very least, GameStop. What do they pay for Xbox 360 controllers? At least 10. Yeah, at least
probably
$10.
$10. Yeah.
Ooh, Genesis.
Okay, so I started off. So the very first sale of the day, I found a box of Genesis stuff, and there's Atari games and an Atari. Everything is really dirty. Everything is beat up and really dirty. And most of the games were just, every Atari game was like Pac-Man and Asteroids, or just real worthless stuff. The Genesis games were kind of worthless. I had never heard of this, which is the only reason I grabbed it, because I thought, maybe, I don't know, sometimes you get an obscure game, it's worth a bunch of money. It turns out it's worth, I don't know, 10 or 11
Green
bucks.
Dog, the beach surfer dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. This is why we had a Super Nintendo.
I gave the guy $1 for it, whatever. Anyway. Then I didn't find anything until, I think this is its own sale. I just grabbed it for like $1.
Scarface has a resale value?
It does, yeah. So pick that game up if you ever see it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it does. I don't know, $15, something in there.
Wow.
Yeah. I walk into a community sale, and it was like in apartment buildings, and everyone had like their little tiny garage,
I hate those.
And I walk up, and I could tell right away that this is potential. There's a nerdy-looking guy. He's got a bunch of Magic the Gathering cards on this table.
That's a good sign.
And I see some DS games, and they're junk, but, hey, it's a video game, right? So I start talking, I start asking about stuff. Turns out, this guy had a lot of old games, and he was not going to let them go. He had 64 stuff, he had GameCube games, he had Wii games, he had PlayStation games, he had a lot of games. He would not let them go. He wouldn't even bring out all his 64 games. He brought out 1 or 2, and I looked at him, and it was like, I don't know, San Francisco Rush or something crappy like that. And I pleaded with him, and finally, he brings out a box, and he opens it up, and I see GameCube. And his wife or girlfriend or whatever, first thing she did was she grabbed Double Dash and Smash Brothers Melee, and she pulled them out and said, I'm not selling these. Like, you're killing me. So I go through all this stuff, and I finally grab what he's willing to sell me, which is kind of a mix of some GameCube games and some Wii games. Pretty decent titles. You got a Wind Waker, a couple of Star Fox games for GameCube, Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, Donkey Kong Country Returns, and Twilight Princess. And
in great shape.
I really wanted, I kept asking, can I look at these other games? Can you bring the stuff out? I just got a bunch of no. So
you're lucky to get what you did.
I was lucky to get what I did. Twilight Princess is probably.
He brought out 2 Zelda games.
He had another copy of Wind Waker.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, and here's the kicker too. He actually brought out an album with like discs in it with no cases, and they were PlayStation 1 games. I start flipping the pages, and I see all 3 dot hack games for PS1. Oh. 3 of them. And my mind was just exploding here of excitement.
Oh my god!
He would not sell those. He wouldn't even. He took it right away when he realized what was in there.
I feel like my heart is breaking for you.
These are really hard to find. I'm not selling these. No way. And I was just like, I did, and he took them away. And I'm like,
I think the most expensive dot hack game is worth close to $200 right now.
Yeah,
that's sick, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that just breaks the heart.
I know. Anyway, I gave him $20 for all the rest of these games, which is it's a good deal. I mean, I'll recoup it with
Wind Waker alone is worth $20. Yeah.
That was my day. So I don't know. I didn't have a great day. I was driving out to the ocean, so I was in some weird neighborhoods because I was going fishing this weekend, and I just I don't know what to tell you. It wasn't a great day.
So we are this close to 200 subscribers.
Oh, nice.
I was thinking to celebrate, we could give a game away. So here's what I wanted to do.
I gave the last one away, so
I'll give one away. In fact, I'll overlay a photo here of my extra NES games right now, and I'll just let the winner pick one of those games. The first person in the comments to correctly name our first NES game that we ever had, other than Mario Duck Hunt.
So we must have mentioned this at one point.
I don't know if we did. I know we've talked about the game before because it's a game that obviously we have a lot of memories with. But I don't know. Just throw out your guess. Even if you don't know, just throw out a guess. We got our NES in 1987 or 8, and Mario Duck Hunt came with it. And then our next door neighbors, because they felt like being nice, just bought us a new game. And that was the first.
Should we give a hint or just let them figure it out?
No.
Okay, no hints. What was it?
We've talked about it on this channel before. Probably not in great detail, but I know that we have talked about it, and we both love it. So the first person to name that game will win an NES game of their choice. Hit me up on Twitter, and we'll go from there. Oh, I think I figured out what to do with my shovelware games.
What?
Yeah.